so gon' tell you, man. Combinations rotate like a ceiling fan, get killed. Improvisational skill. In other words, man, I don't need a plan. Left hook like Gotti, footwork like Ali. Deja like Frazier, 10 blows to the body. Throwing them things, I'm about my cheddar. Undefeated champ, I'm like Floyd Mayweather. However you want it, I got it for you. Jab a fella like De La Hoya. I'm Sugar Ray. You wanna play? I'ma lose my religion like Cassius Clay. Get rough, I don't bluff if you don't listen. My right might make your teeth come up missing. Knocked off balance with hazy vision. Caught that boy with a sunny listing. I swear your lip and then break your spine. Like Iron Mike up in his prime. So real made me do this. I'm ruthless to the end of time. Wreaking havoc is on my mind. My fist in motion is a crime. The older I get, the better my hands become in time like wine. These hands is so sublime. Accurately placed up on your mind. It's like every punch I throw, I know I reach and I will find. While I hustle on my grind, you better not try to block my shine. I will beat you till you blind. Press rewind, cause it go down behind the hands. Yo, what it do? You know, it's your boy Mo City Minutes. We back again, Behind the Hands TV. And, we back with a really special young man who I greatly admire and I think is the truth. So, you know how I always do it. You know, I'm going to run the tape for you.
Baby, you be going far.
Dad, you on the track?
Just take your time before you climb to grab that shining star.
Going far, yeah, I go the distance, and I'm so consistent, no resistance. While I'm on a mission, makes me more efficient. On this level, I can never settle for no low statistics. I can't go below terrific, niggas know I go ballistic, cause I'm flawless. Niggas cannot see me, so they never saw this shit was coming. Wonder how I done it, and I'm very cunning. I'm the rawest, since I've been the smallest. Money stacks be tallest, Ben Wallace. I'ma make them call me king like Jared Lawler, cause I'm perfect, and I got a purpose. This is the emergence of a person, hotter than a furnace, colder than a thermos. I'm the stiffest, firmest nigga in it, bitch, you better learn this. This is gon' confirm it, going far, I gotta go the furthest. Reason.
Take no eyes from any strangers. Watch out, watch out, watch out for the worthless few.
Niggas worthless, but see me, I'm working. I cannot interpret how you stand broker than a joke and got your pockets hurting. I'm asserting all my affirmations, so I'm just confirming this my confirmation. Ain't no speculation, I deserve it. Yo girl, she be lurking, wanting me to serve it in her cervix. I give her the service with my serpent, then she go to slurping. Ain't nobody better, I ain't gotta tell you I'm that fella. Flyer than a feather, smarter than an elder with no error, no mistaking. I'm the last remaining of the realest niggas, never be partaking in the faking. Had these niggas flaky, breaking out the matrix. I'm escaping cause I've been awakened. They say ain't no pain without no gain. At first my heart was aching, but I healed it. Now I gotta kill it, that's just how I'm feeling. Niggas tried to judge me, yeah, I peeled it in my spirit, nigga, reason.
People always try to tell you, baby, you be going far. Just take your time before you climb to grab that shining star.
Dad, you on the track?
We got a 15-time national champion, international medalist, Troy Nash. What's up, bro?
What's good, man?
What's happening with you? How you feeling today?
Good. Finna get ready to go spar here in a minute. In camp, so I'm just working every day. You know, putting in this work.
Yeah. Troy, man, where you from specifically?
So I'm from Colorado Springs, but like, well, this is where I grew up at. But we're originally from Los Angeles, South Central.
Okay, so you originally from that side, but moved over a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Colorado Springs, yeah.
I know you started off boxing at an extraordinarily young age. When did you start?
I say I for real started like taking training serious when I was about 6 years old. Adrian Broner, Robert Easton, all them guys had came to my gym, and I started training with them, and then just made me want to take it serious. So about 6 years old.
So you got a chance to see some real professionals putting in work, and it inspired you.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it did. Me and my dad, my uncle, we used to always watch them, in their training at a high level, and then I'm watching them training. Then on Saturday night on HBO pay-per-view, I'm watching Adrian Broner fight for world titles. So it gave me a lot of motivation. Like, dang, if I put in the work, I could get to that level.
It felt did it feel it felt achievable?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, man. I know you started off real young, and you got these professionals in the gym inspiring you, but I want to slow it down. Your dad is your coach.
Yeah.
How is that for you as a young guy just getting in the game, having pops coach?
I think it's a lot. It's a good thing because he knows me better than anybody else does, and my dad boxed before, so he knows what he's doing. And the results show that he knows what he's doing. Pretty soon, my dad gonna have a whole bunch of fighters coming behind me, and bring up a whole lot of fighters. So I say within like the next 5 to 10 years, my dad will be deemed as one of the top coaches in the world. So it's great, working with somebody that knows you better than anybody else. So we just working.
I know a lot of people. That's been a hot button conversation, having father and son combinations. But you sound like you enjoy it, or it
Yeah.
benefits you. Could you say that?
Yeah, a lot of boxing dads, I feel like they kind of get in the way of their kid. But my dad, he knows that we're all learning. So my dad does whatever it takes for me to get to the next level. If that's bringing on help or doing whatever we need to do. So my dad's not one of them. Oh, I know it all type of guys, and that's why every year the results show that I keep getting better and better and growing. At a fast rate. So I definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, I've had opportunity to speak with your dad over the probably past 2 years. We be chopping it up on the apps and on the social media and stuff, and he always stood by. He take it to the bank. His belief in you. And because of y'all have inspired me in this channel. We got a segment that I'm starting. Father and son, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm gonna run the tape, man. Shout out to your dad. I asked him could he pull up, but check him out.
He got a trainer and a daddy. Come on, you're not hearing what I'm saying. He got a trainer and a daddy. So his daddy knows stuff about him that nobody else knows. Can push buttons that nobody else can push. Why? Because that's his son. And don't nobody stand a chance because all they got is a trainer.
Shout out to your pops, man. Troy's a solid brother, and he knows everything he talking about when it comes to this sport of boxing. So I know that you've been in good hands. Let me ask you about the amateur program. You somebody who is said to have had over 120 wins as an amateur, man. Is any accuracy to that?
Yeah, I think I got like I ended my amateur career with like 160 plus wins, something like
160
that.
plus wins. Man, I
Yeah,
even heard that majority of your losses that happened before you were 9 years old.
yeah. I lost a lot my first like 18 months as an amateur because I was fighting so much like a pro, and all the other kids they would just throw a bunch of punches. They wouldn't even be letting it. But the amateur judging they like to see fighters who throw a lot of punches. So a lot of my losses came when I was young, just because I had a pro style out the gate.
Yeah, yeah, that's a major difference. Um, can you say that? Well, I'm gonna ask you this: what did you do to I guess balance that out? Because you didn't just remain a guy who lost a lot of fights. You became a guy who won majority of his fights. So,
Right.
what was the adjustment that you made from in the amateurs fighting like a pro and seeing what you just explained that these guys just throwing their hands and that's what's getting them wins? So, what did you do?
Really, my dad, he made an adjustment where we could still fight like a pro, but we got to let our hands go more, or else we're not gonna win. We're not gonna get to the level that we need to get to if I don't start letting my hands go. So that's what my dad worked on. Him and my uncle, And my coach that passed away, Jose Santiago, they all were on me like, man, we got to let our hands go more. It's cool to sit back, and take our time, but in the amateurs, they want to see fast paced action, so we got to crank it up and shoot. That's what I did.
Man, you clearly did it. Just looking at having 160 wins as an amateur. And Troy, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you today?
I'm 19 years old, turn
19.
20 in June.
You're not even 20 years old, and you didn't mopped up a lot of the amateurs. I want to ask you about this, man. If it's any way we could somehow touch on this topic, but I know you took this photo with Devin Haney, and I want to say you won in the nationals at the same time as Devin Haney. I think you were 9, he was 15 or something along that.
Yeah, I think that was like my first or second national, but I remember that was in Mesquite, Nevada, and I had seen him and Ryan Garcia fight that same exact day too in the amateurs. And it was crazy how like the ring was surrounded. I remember stuff like that, super young.
Paint
We
that scene for me. You're a young dude. You walking there to watch an amateur Devin and an amateur Ryan getting ready to put in work. What did you see? How did it feel?
Man, it was crazy. Because my dad, he knew who Devin and Ryan was at the time. I didn't know neither one of them, but like way back then, my dad was like, yeah, this dude Devin Haney, he about to be one of the greatest fighters of this era coming up, and he knew that way back then. I think that picture was taken in like 2014 or something,
Wow.
and my dad was like, yeah, this dude, he got a lot of potential, so we need to go watch him after we take care of our businesses, go watch him fight, and just really being in that atmosphere of being in a facility with like 3 or 4 rings, multiple bells going on, 100 plus fights every single day. It was super different than just fighting, regular amateur shows. So like the whole experience was it was major. It was crazy for sure.
As an amateur, you are exposed to a lot of professional fighters. Do you prepare for amateur fights with pros or no?
Yeah, when I was an amateur, I used to like especially my last year, I sparred nothing but pros for real, like Keyshawn, Shakur, moved around with Bud a little bit, and a lot of other top level pros as well though too.
You mentioned Keyshawn, and y'all did some work together.
Hmm.
I know he's currently an actual champion in his division. What can you say about Keyshawn and your experience of working with him? What's some strong points or something that we may not know that we watch?
Shoot, everything that y'all see on TV, that's what it is. Keyshawn, he's a great fighter for sure. He's strong. I think he top 2 to 3 at 135 for sure right now. I don't see too many people at 135 beating him. So
Yeah.
Keyshawn definitely a great fighter.
Is you your interaction with Keyshawn circumstantially the same way you have worked with Shakur or what?
Uh, kind of. With
How did you meet
Keyshawn,
Shakur?
the thing is with Keyshawn, Bomac and them, they've been knowing me for a long time. And when Keyshawn first started training with Bomac and them, nobody wanted to spar Keyshawn. And I was the youngest guy. I was only like 15 or 16. And there were grown men in there. They wouldn't spar Keyshawn. And I was in there working with him. So I've been working with Keyshawn for years. And
I ain't gonna let you run past it. Why did no one want to spark Keyshawn?
oh shoot! I mean, he was terrorizing everybody. As simple as that. He was in there terrorizing everybody, and I went in there and I did what I had to do, and so it was great work, and they liked the work, so they kept bringing me back. And then with Shakur, I'd say like July, June, 2023, they had came to Colorado Springs for a little training camp. That was when Bud was getting ready for Earl Spence, so he had came out to support Bud, and he brought his whole team. And I'm not passing. I don't want to pass up on no good work like that. With somebody like Shakur. So me and Shakur did like 10 rounds as well.
Wow, wow. What's your what's your take on Shakur as a fighter, as a boxer? Well, how do you look at him?
I think Shakur the best defensive fighter right now in boxing. His plus minus is crazy. You hit somebody 20 plus times before they hit you one time. That speaks for itself right there. That's like video game numbers right there. So I definitely think Shakur a great defensive fighter for sure.
Let me since we on this train, let's see those guys were Olympians. So tell me you how your interaction and your experience with Olympic boxing was.
Um, to be honest with you, it was crazy. Like, are you saying like as far as the politics?
Yes.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. There was people that didn't even fight in the Olympic trials that went over there and fought in the Olympics. You know, it was super unfair. And I ain't crying or complaining about it, but it was just super crazy how they took fighters who didn't even compete. Like my boy Dedrick Crocklum, he won at 139, and they didn't even take him over there to go fight for the gold medal, which is wild. So, you know, it was crazy. I'm kind of glad I'm past that chapter now though, because it was a lot that went into that. You know, I won the my first elite tournament, got selected to the USA trials, but there were 16 fighters, and 16 guys didn't win. It used to be where you had to win to even compete in the trials, and
Yeah.
then they made it where it was a 16-man bracket. It was just a lot of stuff that was super different and weird, but we passed that now.
So you got you had time working with in my opinion, pound for pound best fighter in the world, Bud Crawford. What's your outtake on Bud?
Man, that boy Bud is different, man. He's a super humble and good dude as well. Outside the ring, I done learned a lot of stuff from Bud being in that gym. That's how we grow. We be around fighters like that, and the B&B team, just watching them work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I definitely think Bud is the greatest of our generation. Him and Canelo. I mean, there's not too many other fighters that could say they accomplished what those two did, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for them to make history this September.
If somebody would have asked Bud about you, what would he say?
Shoot, a lot of people didn't tell me how they asked Bud about me, and he tell them all the same thing that I'm the best fighter coming up in this generation right here. In the that if he had to bet, it would be on me to take over the sport.
I tell you what, man, just for the love of those who popping in and out, man.
My baby looking better every time I see him. He getting better and better. It's my boy, man. He's gonna be the next one up, next generation.
Co-sign.
Take a good look at him now. You're gonna be seeing him in the future.
Yes, sir.
I don't think Bud Crawford just say that about anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you don't see too many videos like that of Bud, co-signing anybody.
Yeah, yeah. And getting the opportunity to see you rock, since you turned pro. Let me ask you this: how was your first professional fight mentally for you? Were you nervous? Were you butterflies? How was you feeling?
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't got nervous for a fight since I was like 16 years old. It's just like something clicked, and since I haven't got nervous. But the first fight, it was different, because we sold like 1,200 to 1,500 tickets for my first one, and the guy that I fought, he missed weight by 5 pounds. So, I had to go on with the fight because I already sold so many tickets. And so it was like I was fighting a guy in a whole different weight class. I came in at 129 pounds, but with him being 135, the only way the fight would happen is if I hurry up and drunk a whole bunch of water and stuff. So the guy really had me by like 5 or 6 pounds. So it was like, did I was thinking like, did he purposely miss weight, and try to be weight bully or anything like that. So I just I felt like it's my moment. I grinded my whole life to be a pro boxer, so it wasn't really no crazy difference to me. It was just it seemed like more fans and no shirt and no headgear.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. You keep it simple. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You keep it simple, man. Shout out to Omega. He said, "I need a signed glove."
Yeah, I got you. Just hit me.
Nah, no, but so you walk into the arena with kind of a you. Can you say that you were almost a professional as an amateur?
Yeah. Especially my last year, I basically just trained and sparred with all pros, so I was already like transitioning. Really, to be honest with you, my last year being an amateur, I wanted to go pro, but my dad, he had me stay amateur because he wanted me to get experience as like against grown man, that's sitting. And I fought at 140 pounds in amateurs, against way bigger fighters, and I was only weighing 132, 131. So them guys coming down from 160, and I'm fighting at my walk around weight. So my last year I got a whole bunch of great experience. So I started making that transition, and as soon as I turned 17, 18, it was time to go pro.
That's it sounds like you one of the people who put themselves in the right place mentally to know where you want to go. And as you got closer to that goal or that objective, you haven't wavered from how hungry you were going after it. A lot of guys, you see the hunger slowly die, you know what I'm saying? But what do you want out of the sport of boxing?
Man, I get hunger every year. It's like, the more stuff as I get closer to every goal, small goals that people don't know that we checking off the list every year. And it's like every goal, every small goal that I check off, it makes me more hungry. And what I want out of this is like, to go down as one of the greatest ever. I'm gonna put my family in a great, comfortable position, for generations, and I'm gonna keep working till I achieve that. So that's the goal for me, to be great, and to make a great living out of this. I'm only 19 years old, and I'm already doing my thing, at a young age with this boxing thing, taking care of myself, taking care of family already. So I know it's a lot more to come, so that's why I'm even more hungry.
You say your dad used to box. His he stopped his career at some point. How did that go?
So my dad, yeah, he used to box when he was younger, but he was in the streets, running the streets in LA and stuff, and going in and out of jail and stuff. So he couldn't really, he didn't have nobody like how I have him and my uncles. He didn't have nobody like that, to keep him disciplined and keep him out of trouble. So he wasn't able to follow up with his career. But everything that he would have achieved, I'm achieving for him. So it don't matter.
Man, that's fires. Let me ask you this, man. Going back to your youth growing up, were you a bad kid? A lot of fighters, they be like, they put me in the gym because I was crazy or whatever. Were you a good kid? Bad? What kind of kid were you?
Uh I was kind of just more like a product of my environment. I used to see a lot of crazy stuff, and I was grew up around a lot of crazy stuff because my dad was still young when I was growing up, and he was still in the streets. So I seen a lot of stuff. So I wasn't I'm not gonna act like I was just the worst kid in and out of jail and stuff, but I wasn't the best kid either. But now that I'm older, I grew and I'm just focused on boxing nowadays. So that's
That's
it.
good. That's good. The fact that you got a goal or objective that you chasing, and then you got the right guidance behind you, steering it and making sure of it. Uh, as a pro, what is you just spoke on some goals that achieved as an amateur, but as a pro, what's some short term goals that you looking to touch within the next few years?
Well, right now the main goal that I'm focused on is winning this WBC tournament. Um, Everything will be said and done by the end of this year. So that's the goal right now that I'm focused on. I take everything one step at a time. So once I take care of this tournament right here, I'll be ready to get ready to fight for a world title. Right now, I'm testing myself. Really betting on myself, fighting the best prospects in the world, and in this WBC tournament, Riyadh season. So this is major right here for me, and this is the main goal.
So you gonna be fighting over there or what?
Yeah, yeah. Next month in Saudi Arabia.
Wow, wow, that's whose card that is, or
Not it's the WBC, so it's all the prospects that got selected. It's just all of us fighting every day.
wow, it's just a whole pro tournament that they got going on.
Yeah, so we fight like I can't say all the days yet, but I didn't mean to say that we fight every day. It's different weight divisions that fight every day, but we fight one time. It's just like a regular pro schedule, but it's a tournament though.
Okay, okay, and it's just so happened to be out there in Saudi.
Yep.
Let me ask you another question. Are you currently signing anybody or?
Nah, I'm a free agent.
Okay, okay. Uh, I know you're 19. How important is that at this point of you knowing that type of business?
It's super important. You don't want to sign with anybody, just anybody, and get yourself in a super long-term deal where you owe these people money forever. I learned from a lot of people I grew up around. I've been around professional boxers since I started boxing, so I've seen the business since I was young and how people always told me, man, be careful who you sign with, or these dudes, they do business like this. There's a lot of people that do good business, but there's also a lot of people who do bad business. So, we just taking our time and riding our own way. With boxing, your future is in your own hands. So I know as long as I do what I gotta do, then I could go negotiate a deal myself if I really wanted to. So I turned down a lot of deals to really get in this position, and now it's just executing now.
That's dope. So today, are you still training in Colorado?
Yeah, I train everywhere though. Train in Houston sometimes, Vegas, Colorado, Los Angeles. I was just in Los Angeles like 2 weeks ago training. Right now I'm in Colorado getting a little bit of training in, and then might go out to Philly or some. We go all over to get to work.
So you don't have a next date for a particular fight date though, right?
I can't say the exact date, but it's April.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Man, I enjoyed meeting you out here at the Red Owl. We for the use of that company that asked me to do it, we did a quick little 2-minute conversation, and just from that, I
Yeah, I
saw.
want to say shout out to Red Out too and Gabe. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. They look out for me a lot. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
just watching how you were speaking so confidently, I literally watched you predict a knockout and then went out there and did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, oh man, this dude is every bit of what his dad said he was. You know what I'm saying? You a bad dude. But Troy, I greatly appreciate you. I know you got to get ready to get back and get that work in the gym. You got to make sure you come back so we could do this again, and we could maybe build on your experience in Saudi, because we ain't never been there, especially in no fighting capacity. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
man, I appreciate everything you and your dad is building. Salute to your pops, Troy. I see you, dog. And hey man, we're gonna catch up with you on the next go round, brother. I appreciate you for pulling up on me.
Yes, sir. No problem. Just hit me up whenever. I'm
Yeah,
I'm down to work for
you got my
sure.
number, bro. We're gonna do it, bro. And
For sure.
God bless you, and we look forward to seeing it. And how I always do it, checking out. I'm gonna end it for those who just put up with what Troy do, man. Shout out to you, Troy.
For sure. Thank
Baby, you be going far.
Take you on the track.
Just take your time before you climb to grab that shining star.
Going far, yeah, I go the distance, and I'm so consistent, no resistance. While I'm on a mission, makes me more efficient. On this level, I can never settle for no low statistics. I can't go below terrific. Niggas know I go ballistic, cause I'm flawless. Niggas cannot see me, so they never saw this shit was coming. Wonder how I done it, and I'm very cunning. I'm the rawest since I've been the smallest. Money stacks be tallest, Ben Wallace. I'ma make them call me king like Jared Lawler, cause I'm perfect and I got a purpose. This is the emergence of a person, hotter than a furnace, colder than a thermos. I'm the stiffest, firmest nigga in it, bitch, you better learn this. This is gon' confirm it, going far, I gotta go the furthest. Reason.
Take no eyes from any strangers. Watch out, watch out, watch out for the worthless few.
Niggas worthless, but see me, I'm working. I cannot interpret how you stand broker than a joking. Got your pockets hurting, I'm asserting all my affirmations, so I'm just confirming this my confirmation. Ain't no speculation, I deserve it. Your girl, she be lurking, wanting me to serve it in her cervix. I give her the service with my serpent, then she go to slurping. Ain't nobody better, I ain't gotta tell you I'm that fella. Flyer than a feather, smarter than an elder with no error, no mistaking. I'm the last remaining of the realest niggas, never be partaking in the faking. Half these niggas flaky, breaking out the matrix. I'm escaping cause I've been awakened. They say ain't no pain without no gain. At first my heart was aching, but I healed it. Now I gotta kill it, that's just how I'm feeling. Niggas tried to judge me, yeah, I peeled it in my spirit, nigga, reason.
People always try to tell you, baby, you be going far. Just take your time before you climb to grab that shining star.
Take
Yeah. tell you, man, combinations rotate like a ceiling fan, you get killed. Improvisational skill. In other words, man, I don't need a plan. Left hook like Gotti, footwork like Ali, Deja like Frenchington, blows to the body. Throwing them things, I'm about my cheddar, undefeated champ. I'm like Floyd Mayweather, however you want it, I got it for you. Jab a fella like De La Hoya, I'm Sugar Ray. You wanna play? I'ma lose my religion like Cassius Clay. Get rough, I don't bluff if you don't listen. My right might make your teeth come up missing. Knocked off balance with hazy vision. Caught that boy with a sunny listing. I swear your lip and then break your spine like Iron Mike up in his prime. Joe Lewis made me do this. I'm ruthless to the end of time. Wreaking havoc is on my mind. My fist in motion is a crime. The older I get, the better my hands become in time like wine. These hands is so sublime, accurately placed up on your mind. It's like every punch I throw, I know I reach and I will find. While I hustle on my grind, you better not try to block my shine. I will beat you till you blind. Press rewind, cause it go down behind the hands.
CZ.